Hello friends and Facebook family, it's Catherine and Finn, who at the moment seems to think he's a lap dog. As he's sitting on my lap here in the park, we're enjoying the beautiful pond. It's a lovely, lazy, semi-cloudy, fall-ish evening, and it's just glorious here. Finally cooled down. And Finny and I, we're taking a little break, taking in the beauty. And I thought I would take a moment to bring in this little bit of insight and wisdom about your intuition. And so we have an inner voice, sometimes a few. And sometimes we're not sure if it's our ego talking to us or if it's our intuitive self having something to say, some knowledge to share with us. And a really good way to discern, there's many ways to discern, but one of the ways we can figure out if the nudge that we're getting or the thing that inner voice is telling us to do is the ego or not. A good gauge is to actually think about doing that thing and how does it contribute to what you want to create and the things that you desire to bring into fruition in your life. Do they relate to that? What does it cost you if you don't do the thing? So a lot of times when we have our intuition speaking to us, it is telling us the things that maybe we don't really want to hear. It's a level of truth that we have to listen a little more deeply for. But it's also something that is nudging us towards what we say we want. In our waking reality, when we point our fingers and say, I want this, I desire to be that, your intuition wants to help you. Your intuition wants to help you live out your fullest, highest desires, because these are gifts from the divine bestowed upon you that are showing up in the form of a desire, a wish, a vision, a fantasy, something in your imagination that you could see yourself having, doing, or being. And your intuition wants to help you with that. And so when nudges to do something, to take some sort of action in the physical world, present themselves to me in my mind first, I look at, well, what is it costing me to not do this thing? Where does not doing this thing keep me from inhabiting the life I truly desire to live? And then the answer becomes very plain. Which voice is speaking to me? It's usually the intuition. Sometimes it's the ego. We don't want to completely vilify the ego. But our intuitive selves are always tuned in to the soul. It is the conveyance of our soul's energy that we have access to here in a human body. And our intuition speaks to us through words, through symbols, through colors, through sounds, feelings, right? Feelings in the body. We feel the tingles, the hair goes up in the back of our head, things like that. We have a lot of connections with our intuitive self. We don't receive intuitive information just one way. And so there's a lot of different ways to decode these messages. But the question is, how do we decode these messages in such a way that we're accessing the highest level of information available for our human evolution, for the upgrade in consciousness that is our spiritual and human awakening? This is the how that we're exploring in Living Intuitively, and it starts on October 5th. So if this is something that really resonates with you, it's a really important premise to grasp and comprehend, to apprehend, that who you be is just as important as how you be. How we show up in the world every day through our actions, through our deeds, our behaviors, our endeavors, our relationships with people and the entire world around us. How we be is just as important as who we be. It's how we actualize our fullest and highest potential. And at this point, we're not accessing the fullest and highest potential available to us through our intuitive aspect, but we can be. And this is the segue that brings us truly into ascended consciousness, because the ascension age is the intuitive age. They are complementary, they are synergistic. We can't really have one without the other. The larger part of ascension consciousness exists beyond words, beyond the body, beyond the mind. And when we learn to better communicate in the stillness, in the silence, we are understanding what it's like, how it is to live in ascended consciousness. So this is the bridge. This is what fills this widening gap between where we are as humans waking up and who we are as humans woke. So with that, I will leave you in peace and we'll go back to our walk. Have a great day.